What's up, guys? Base Insider Vlogs here, and tonight on this discussion on the go part, I don't even know where we're at now with this, but 5 or something. It's right now we're waiting for my brother coming back from a marching band game, football game, if you would. And tonight I want to talk about, and everyone's been riled up about this since maybe 2 days ago. It's about the YouTube policies and the changes on their content, like what you can put out and whatnot, and their monetization, their advertisements. All I gotta say to that, because I don't do YouTube full time. I'm just a part time. I just do it as a hobby. But if I were in these shoes, it's kind of stupid. I gotta say, if they're aiming to get more, because the thing with Google is that YouTube isn't really bringing in that much money. $4 billion a year since 2014. That's not much money to Google. It's like they're the least profitable asset that we have. And and I'm guessing that they're only doing this just because they're wanting to get more revenue so they can get advertisers to come in. But really, some advertisers really don't want to. Some advertisers don't really want to associate themselves with political stuff or violence or any obscene stuff like nudity or drugs. And I mean, the nudity and the drug parts I understand, but I mean, some of these things is pretty ridiculous. And I think it's it's just for YouTube to make more money so they can be a better asset to Google, a better Google asset, if you would. And and it's kind of stupid because some companies they advertise. They're willing to pay a lot of money to advertise for shows that they have nudity, they have killing, and there's their thing right there. And there's a lot of discussion going on with the making it PG-13. Saying that people who aren't people making Minecraft Let's Plays and they don't cuss at all, just make our toy review channels, they're safe. But things that are kind of retarded. The only things I understand is just partial nudity, freaking nudity, stuff like that, drugs and different things, right? I understand. If you want to see nudity, go Pornhub. Come on, man. Drugs, just go to the bad side of town, get your drugs, get in trouble. Sorry. But the one that really pisses me off is the you're not allowed to discuss controversial topics or bring up images, or even if they don't have images, anything that talks about war, politics, whatnot is not allowed. And if it is, then there goes your ad revenue, there goes they demonetize your video. And even if something is like ISIS position, let's say one of my videos for my Base Insider gaming account, Syrian rebels attack ISIS position or something, one of those videos, let's say that exploded to 1 million views, whatever, right? Just because it has Syrian rebels attack or anything like that, rebels, ISIS, it's demonetized. And it's glorifying war. It's battlefield. It's armaments too. It does glorify, it's war. Even if I don't know if it's this extreme, but if I have a picture of a tank, that my video gets demonetized. And anything political too, if I see something like what Donald Trump said to Hillary Clinton may change her outcome in the election, something like that, it's pretty controversial. Even if it's not showing an image, literally I could just post something. I could literally post 2 pictures of a fucking unicorn, My Little Pony. I could freaking put a picture of Rainbow Dash on my thumbnail on one video, and it's a Gmod. It's a Gmod, me playing as Rainbow Dash, and literally I could be running around as Rainbow Dash, running around a freaking town out in Gmod, and I could just shoot somebody, and then my video will get demonetized. Some stupid shit like that. They got to see the whole video. It's oh, he's got a gun. He's glorifying violence. We can't have him, and he's we got to demonetize this video. It's not good for our advertisers. Because he shot somebody as Rainbow Dash. It's pretty stupid, I gotta say. Bottom line, if YouTube really wants, the whole thing with YouTube is if they want to go PG-13 and under, then make a separate site for that. They have something called YouTube, I think YouTube Educator or something. That's where it's a school version of YouTube. where you can only watch educational videos. I've seen it before here, but literally, I mean, why doesn't YouTube do that? You know, have another separate place where it's YouTube Kids, something like, you know. I mean, YouTube has been a place for free speech where you can voice your own opinion, and you know, as long as a valid, reasonable opinion, you know, you'll get it right there. I mean, if you're saying something like whites are the most superior race, everyone's inferior, I mean, obviously, some people were passed through that. Some people pass through that, and I mean, stuff like, you know, hateful stuff like that, kind of like something that's kind of wrong and offensive, and you know. But they even let that do, and the thing is that there's some people that would put something talks about war, their shit gets demonetized, but yeah, there's a person playing, you know, strip FIFA, or they show like a thumbnail of a naked girl almost, and they still don't get their video demonetized, and they're here making money while an innocent person. And then the thing is too, is a lot of cursing, you know, and you know, a lot of the YouTube commentators, they curse sometimes, you know, here and there. And there's a certain limit that I heard was like about 20. But I mean, to be honest, this is more of like, I see this more as a business thing where they're just trying to get more advertisers. But I mean, the freedom of speech aspect, yeah, you know, if I can't talk about some certain topics and vulgar language and stuff like that, I mean, it depends on vulgar language, but if I say a couple of cuss words, you know, maybe I drop the F-bomb maybe like 4 times and I get demonetized, it doesn't make sense, compared to somebody else that would say like the F-word like every 2 sentences. It's like, the fuck, you know, it's pretty stupid, I gotta say. I mean, I've been on this YouTube game for about a year, so I've seen some crazy shit. I've seen what happens. I've been there, seen it. But all I gotta say about this is just advertisers. I mean, it's something for that, I guess. But I mean, your freedom of speech is getting more restricted. And if you're a full-time YouTuber, then I mean, it's gonna be pretty hard if you make videos that kind of violate these new guidelines now. And you know, and honestly, YouTube should just reconsider making like a kid-friendly site. And if they already had, you know, just incorporate more into that. Something like that, I don't know. But that's what it is, really. That's the whole bottom line of this topic, you know, this discussion. It's just the YouTube news change. I know everyone's made a video about it, but I mean, it's more of an advertisement kind of thing, I guess. Like, people are gonna, it's just so they can compensate for being a very lowly asset to Google, and it's only one way that they can compete. And I mean, the freedom of speech aspect of this is just, it's kind of endangering a little bit, man. Well, I'm here trying to fight for my freedoms and, you know, my rights that I have, you know, make sure that it doesn't get censored or anything. And I mean, we have people here asking for safe space culture, you know, trigger warnings. It's more this, like I said, I mean, there is that aspect there where you can't talk about controversial topics, even if you show a picture of it. It's stupid, man. YouTube's a place for discussion, I guess, you know. And honestly, I heard about comment sections and stuff like that. They demonetized the video because I said F, you know, F this and that 4 times, and then literally look at the comment section. It's a complete landfill of garbage, man. Landfill of cancer, if you would. I don't even want to see it. I mean, comment sections are just crazy on some videos, man. Others, they're all right. Others, there's no comment section because they don't want the discussion. But bottom line, guys, this video is mostly just my view on it. It's more of an advertising thing, but with the freedom of speech aspect, like, the only part that really just like concerns me is just that talking about controversial topics and vulgarity to some extent, if you do drop the F-bomb a little bit, you know, you'll get demonetized. And for me, being a commentator, I mean, if I discuss like a topic, that shit may get demonetized. But at the end of the day, I'm not getting money. It's just a hobby. But I mean, I'm putting myself on those big people's shoes, you know. Anyways, guys, so hopefully you all enjoyed the video. You know, leave a like and subscribe. And yeah, I'll bring some more of these topics. So yeah, this is Base Insider Vlogs. Signing out.